I would like to introduce this special Malaga edition. So, if you have never seen Dark Conversations before, a Dark Conversation is a place to discuss about new features. We also can be, I mean, we don't have to be polite, we have to be transparent what we think and what we expect about the language, about the framework. So I think everybody can be included in this part. I have seen the new pre-release for the new Flutter version. It's coming. Last week ago, the pre-release was created. So I have seen this Flutter clean is the magic reset button. How many tell us? I mean, when something is wrong, but actually we have AI, and actually AI, do as Flutter clean, but how many times can we do Flutter clean because we don't know what the hell is going on with Flutter about some topic? Raise your hands.
Raise your hand.
Yeah, of course. I think that those days may be numbered because actually the new Flutter version will be able to decrease this because it will use an upgraded cache with hashes, a table where we will use AOT runtime. So in order to Flutter analyze and each IDE will work faster. So I would like to know about your point of view about the analysis server. I mean, now this is what I was saying. Now Rus AOT snapshots. So this would be a real improvement. It looks like it could be the faster time when we load Visual Studio Code and etc. So I would like to start with questions for the people. WebAssembly, nightmare or reality? What is your point of view about this topic?
Sasha, how was the experience with WebAssembly in your wrapper of the AI?
I would say it's a kind of reality already, but so you need to update your plugins to support it, because so it's just a different way how to build web applications, not only web. So now web for Flutter, it's kind of like branch, separate branch. So it works completely different when you compile to JavaScript, not to kind of binary. And when you need to support like mobile, desktop, everything else, and web, it's all platforms are together, and web a little bit
far away.
With WebAssembly support, all of them will work more close way than JavaScript. It will be faster than JavaScript, and so from my perspective, it will be kind of separate way to create web application at all. So we have a classical way to create application, it's called React, then Angular, where we have classical web application with JavaScript, HTML, CSS, blah blah blah. And way where Flutter is going, it's WebAssembly, Canvas, and
shit. So we're in Malaga. Yeah, actually, we choose on Saturday to be in a open terrace co-working. I guess we choose the best day for.
Yeah, because we want to see how it's raining.
Louder! Louder! We like it, no worries, we like it.
We win the race.
Victoria, what do you think?
I shared you with Sasha, and this is another way.
Oh, dear.
It's for us that we can use what we needed. Yeah, but normally I didn't use WebAssembly currently. But this is like the opportunity, and when you need in your use cases, you can use it.
All right.
Yeah.
What is your point of view?
Oof, I had some bad experience in my side projects because I think the main reason or the main point to adapt WebAssembly is when the Safari browser will be able to accept it, because as far as I know, currently the WebAssembly support in Safari is not supported. It's not. It's supported yet. So I had problems with previous versions. So maybe currently they are there.
No, I am afraid to
To give a date. Half a year, more or less. Okay, so maybe I need to revisit.
I'm not sure, so it's not like previous week.
Okay, okay.
All right. Felix?
Honestly, I don't have much experience with WebAssembly. I know when it came out that I wanted to try it, but then I found out that my packages and plugins that I was using were not supporting it yet, or not every one of the packages.
You have homework.
So in the end, I stopped there, and I didn't take up the topic again, actually. But yeah, as far as I remember, WebAssembly should speed up the web app by factor 2, I think, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it sounds good in principle.
If you plug in one page, there's a point, so you get more, and you just achieve all points, and you see, oh, not maximum again. What happened? Now you got the support WebAssembly.
Yeah. I have to say, I can be fighting with web support and WebAssembly. I had a couple of memory issues in Flutter, but I have to say something well about this. If you go to that project where you can see the list of there is an specific project in Dart SDK on GitHub where you can see the list of issues related with hot reloading web. I mean, I think the next version, I'm going to be transparent. I expect to retry again to the issues that I had before, to retry it again to see if this has been resolved in this new version. So I hope to WebAssembly will be the new reality.
And you, if you're plugin maintainer, plugin, not package. So you really depend on your dependencies, because your dependency also for example, I can't add complete support of WebAssembly to Flutter Java because I depend on MediaPipe, use MediaPipe.js, and it's not assembly at all. So now to move it, I need to replace my dependency to MediaPipe, also like LiveTLM to native assets and WebAssembly support. I'm going to do it, but I need time. So I need to finish with Lighter T first.
All right. The new Flutter version will have Dart 3.12 because this is something cool. Because this is Dart conversation, and I would like to increase the visibility of Dart.
Yeah, I can give like an opinion about this because
Alright.
I know like a lot of Flutter developers, they call themselves Flutter developers, but they don't think about Dart. They don't even like when I went to conference, there is not like any talk related with the language, and I think that it's a very big part of using Flutter is knowing well the Dart, and that has like amazing features. Yesterday we had a very nice talk in the Flutterconf conference about Dart actually. So it's like the tree shaking. It's in the Dart. So it was very nice.
Yeah, I think we have to increase the visibility of the language.
Yeah. So then, everyone here, let's prepare some talks for the next year for Flutterconf 2027 about Dart.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Also, the Dart team it looks like they are couple versions behind of the language. I mean, because the language has 3.12, we will see 3.13, and it's waiting for a release for Flutter that can get it and publish it. So I think the Dart team is doing really good things. For example, I had to choose just one single capability, the named parameter, the private named parameters that would be introduced in this new version. But I always love to hear what the people think. Like, what do you expect, Sasha, for example, about the language? I mean, if you have to, I don't know if you have used it on previous other languages, probably yes. So what do you think in order to compare between other languages?
So I have a big experience with many different languages. So
Right.
I started with
So you are a perfect use case.
C++ long time ago, then moved to at that time
Awesome.
Pascal, Basic, .NET, then switched to Java, Kotlin, then Dart.
I started doing this question because I was the main guy saying like optional semicolon, but hearing the Dart team talking about that future, for example, make more visibility about the risk, about the other related important topics. So that's why we want to feel the spirit to do the same request, to hear your most biggest wishes about the language, or maybe not, maybe it's perfect, it's fair enough like it is.
I remember my first impression of that.
All right.
So it was really easy to switch it because it doesn't matter which language you used before.
Yeah.
Dart had like something
Similarities with everybody, right?
and you don't need to read over how to use it. You just start, and then in process you may improve the skill. And yeah, I fell in love in that after first steps, and still very love this language. So about semicolons and so on, from my perspective, we are already now and in the future. I didn't write any row of code myself for last year. My agents do it.
Wow.
But that is really nice to review it, because it's really easy to read the code in comparison with C++ or JavaScript. And stability is really high. And important how Dart works under the hood now. So and Dart has a lot of improvements to increase the speed, to increase this, analyze things. So and now Dart is from language or from framework, how it was Flutter, similar to Dart. Now it's not anymore this. Yeah, because Google added support of cloud function with Dart, like Jenkins is Dart. So now you can easily transform to full stack, even without learning third-party frameworks, even using only Google stuff. That's a bright future, and become better and better.
All right, Wiktoria?
From my point of view, that the Dart structure is easier to encourage, for example, backend developer to start their journey with mobile apps or web apps. Because of the structure, it looks like the C# or the Java. So I think because of the structure, they encourage new developer to our framework, this language, how to use this language.
Okay.
Felix.
Yeah, I was going to say that for me, like when I switched to Flutter and Dart, when I started with it, my first impression of the Dart language was that it's really, it was the first time for me when doing programming that I had the feeling that they were thinking about the developer experience.
Yeah.
So before I learned different programming languages, but with Dart it was the first time that really I had this feeling like that someone thought about also us, about the developers, not only about what comes out in the end, about the product or about how fast it can compile or whatever,
That's really
And that was really something that also made me stay and made me really love this language. And that's basically what I wanted to say.
Yeah. Let's go for another topic.
Okay.
I mean,
Let's do it. All right. I want to include it's a good one. Dark Corridor 13 with primary constructors is waiting for the next release. And I want to present you the lightweight Dart. Maybe it's not as cool as we know, because I think it's sweeter now, better than this one. But the point is, I'm seeing how the Dart team is creating minimalist pieces of the tools of Dart. So I think now, for example, in this new version, they are going to change the server, the Dart command from the Dart virtual machine command in order to minimize the engine for Dart developments. And I'm thinking, because this in long term or medium term could be something that that could create it or embed in standalone virtual machines or game engines or other places or server sites with Docker containers or whatever. And I would like to ask you, for example, Wiktoria, how do you see this modularity? I mean, in order to, do you expect to see Dart or Flutter in other architectures?
Well, maybe it will be easier to read, it will be most lightweight, but depends on when we wanted to use it and how we use our features, what we wanted to do, I think. So I don't have the strict opinion about that.
All right, Felix?
Yeah, honestly.
he chose a very specific and hard topic for us because we didn't know about the script of
Not really,
the
but
conversation.
I have about the primary constructors. I have to say I would love it. I know it's
less boilerplate.
I know, I know it from C sharp, for example, and I find it really useful. It's more readable. It's shorter. I mean, why shouldn't you have that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also the primary constructors, they don't use code generation, right? It's going to be directly in the language.
Yeah, I'm seeing. We were talking some slides ago about the simplicity of the language, with the capacity Sasha saying about the readability of the code, and I think the Dart team thinks, hey, hold on, guys, this can be improved. So.
Explain a bit what those primary constructors are.
Can you explain a little bit the primary constructors?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, the primary constructors are instead to have to put. I mean, actually, if we want to have a constructor, we always. I mean, we have to insert. There is a sentence that has to be the name of the class. We have to insert this dot. Well, they are. The simplicity is using bar, the new keyword. You don't have to declare the parameters directly in a single line. You can declare the name of the class and the parameters with using bar keyword.
Yeah, directly in the constructor. So instead of having final int max age, final
Like
string,
Kotlin, for example.
Yeah. So
Swift, yeah. Also.
Sunshine again. We talked good things about that, and the sunshine comes. So I think we have a clear.
for sure. So that's I think it's something really interesting. Before to end, again, this always wants to finish with a specific question. I'm gonna start with you, Alfredo.
No hard question, please.
No, it's easy. Your wish list about Flutter, about Dart, and about
Ooh.
the community.
I mean, this is not
about,
easy.
The weather.
The weather.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm living in Netherlands. I come back in Malaga to enjoy the weather, and man, like, come on.
the weather. You
I
bring
mean,
the weather.
it cannot be raining on May in Malaga. But in my village is the good weather, but it's going to come for sure, and the Flutter. Cool. I think now also the Flutter team they share that now is the production era, so I think we will not see like too much change in the framework. We will not see like very new features, but I think they are going to improve in the performance as a developers, like the analyzer that we talked. I think they're going to improve how the language is read. So as a developer, we don't need to write that much boilerplate code. So it's going to be easy for us and also for AI agents to maybe spend less tokens to create some stuff. So I think for me, like the wish list is like they focus more on the performance as a developers, like the analyzer in the IDE, more support for agentic workflows and more. They have already got some good documentation and rules for AI agents, but I think they can improve a little bit more and like a lot of IDEs to support better Flutter integration. So yeah, that's my wish list.
Cool. Sasha?
I agree with more skill for AI, maybe kind of MCP on top of analyzer and virtual machine Dart to debug it using AI agents.
Okay.
So yeah, WebAssembly, native assets, really good thing. Because it's simplified integration with anything, so on a low level, without additional wrappers.
I think with talking about native, the job that the Flutter and Dart team is doing, well, I mean probably Dart only, or mostly, with isolates and to share memory is a really good approach to bring you more capabilities to create native stuff. Could be. Victoria?
I think performance in the analyzer is a good idea, and that input the performance during our building time. And
Alright,
MCP,
good point.
and MCP, for example, to easily use, for example, Figma MCP or Firebase MCP, and list for the developers available tools that we can use in our app to show the use cases.
Okay, there are already Firebase MCP,
Yes.
yeah, but we need something specific for that.
For like the wrapper to use it only on one place and only assign you authorize and use under the tool.
All right. Felix?
I would say, as you said, Flutter and Dart, in my opinion, are at a good point right now. So they are quite mature, I would say. I mean, still there are improvements to do, of course, and it's always awesome if they can improve performance of build runner and stuff like that.
Something that I said that I didn't
Yeah.
say. This pre-release version, this is not final, so probably we'll have a couple bit more. It was like 1,500 commits.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like awesome because it looks like for 3.38 to 3.44, it looks like
Not
couple
much,
PRs and
yeah.
a minor version, but
yeah.
that minor version has
quite many
1,500
changes.
commits.
Probably they changed the way of the committing stuff. So instead of like having like big commits, they're going to do like only one commit to show that we're working very hard.
Actually, they are doing like Sasha, using a lot of agents and then plenty of commits.
Agents prefer small commits, yeah.
Well-
Keep everything under control, yeah.
Well,
No, but
effort is effort.
what I was going to say is like where I still see maybe more improvement, more potential for improvement, and for more effort is like some packages. For example, the things that I notice at my day-to-day job is that, for example, the Google Maps package, when it comes to rendering custom markers, you know, the custom marker icon thing, it's like a bit complicated to sometimes have some seemingly simple features, getting them to work in Google Maps, for example, and there are some other examples. So I feel there would be maybe some potential for like putting more effort. But yeah, I know that they're still busy also on the language and on Flutter, so it needs to be like shared.
If it's open source, we can propose our PRs, yes?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Let the AI to do this.
Again, thank you so much to be all of you here and to be part of this dark conversation.
I think this is that conversation that we have more public.
Yes, it is. It is.
In person. In person.
Yeah. Well, so again, this Malaga edition. Thanks so much.
Malaga.